Welcome to Coach's Corner, Cavs fans. Thanks for joining me on this Tuesday afternoon, like always. So we'll have our spotlight again today, and thank yous to the parents. I'm going to start with that, and then senior spotlights. We're gonna look at Seth Meyer and Josh Welsh today. Coach's spotlight will be Dan Kenney, and then we'll review the Marion game, and then look forward to the Parkway game. In already game 10, so it's hard to believe we're at game 10, and it's our last home game. Although, if we win, we feel like we'll get possibly two home games in the playoffs, which start next week. So thank you go out to our parents, and especially those senior parents. Over the years, Coach Reed, as he was building this program, really worked a lot with the parents and got the parents involved, especially the moms with taking care of lots of things, but the dads have been involved also. So we have Thursday night meals for the varsity guys and the moms and dads take care of reaching out to the restaurants, and sometimes they go to the restaurants, sometimes they supply the food at school. On Thursday afternoons, Thursday evenings, after practice, they come in and give the kids all treats. Before the so for Friday when they come in, they got lots of treats in a little can that they have their number on them and things like that. Marcia Kaup has been my go-to I guess head parent, and over the years there's been several different moms that kind of take charge. So kudos to Marcia for really running the show there. Those parents, just do so much for our kids and sacrifice. So much time and effort and money and all the things they do for their children. So thank you to you parents that really take care of our football players, and thank you for sending them to us with work ethic and manners and all those things that make our job so much easier as coaches, where coaching is the main. I guess we can just coach them and try to help them along the way, and rarely do we ever have to worry about school issues, and so it's just a community that because people really care about their children and care about what we do, that they come to us well prepared. So senior spotlight, number 79 Seth Meyer and number 54 Josh Welsh. Unfortunately for Josh, Josh put in a good winter to get ready for his senior season. He plays defensive end and probably would have been on some special teams. Unfortunately for Josh, in our second game this year, he tore his knee up, which ended his season. So unfortunately for Josh, but he's hung with us and come to practice every day and still is a part of it. He was a defensive end and with Aaron Fortcamp, was hoping to share that position and get some good playing time in this year, but unfortunately, those circumstances hurt him. Seth Meyer, number 79, is an offensive defensive lineman that I'm sure doesn't get to play as much as he would like, but Seth has been a great program player. His older brother played some, and similar to Seth. Great program guys that come every day, come to lifting all winter, all 2-a-days, come on time, help out in the weight room, help out on special teams. Just good program guys, and guys that, in a few years when people are looking to hire them, that those are guys that you can count on to show up for work and do what they're supposed to do. And so I really appreciate that Seth has stuck out these 6 years when he hasn't got to play a lot in the games, and hopefully this Friday, if we can do well, we can get him in, get him some extra snaps here on Friday night. Moving on to the coaches spotlight, Dan Kenney. And so Dan actually teaches at New Bremen. He's the only coach that is not teaching in our system. But Dan is a high math, chemistry, physics kind of guy, I think, at New Bremen. So Dan's dad, Jerry, was coached here for a long time, and so he has. Dan joined us about 5, 6, 7 years ago. Dan played here in the early 2000s. I think he graduated in 2003 on an undefeated regular season team, and unfortunately they got upset. They were really beat up and banged up Joe Hewer played on that team, and Aaron Allig, our seventh grade coach, played on that team, and that was a really good team. That was one of Coach Reed's first undefeated regular season teams that we've had here. So Dan coaches the receivers and the safeties, and so he played safety for us and the receiver, so he has a good knowledge of that. He was the D coordinator at New Bremen for 3 or 4 years, so he has a really good X's and O's mind. He, along with Key and Joe and Mark, of course, being the D coordinator, those guys talk a lot and get us in places and do lots of adjustments and things like that. You think about the 2 losses that we've had in the second half. We gave up 3 points between St. Henry and Marion in those 2 games. Second half we gave up 3 points. So that's something had to be done at halftime that I don't see, because I'm thinking more of offense. But certainly Dan is part of that adjustment as we move on in games. So kudos to Dan. So thanks, Dan. Looking back last week, the Marion local game, and as we all know, it's always been a really good rivalry, a good respectful rivalry. The game itself was a really a pretty clean game. I think there was just 1 turnover, very few possessions actually, very few punts in the game. I think we might have punted twice, and they might have punted just a couple times. Long drives, several long drives in the game. The score, unfortunately, ended up 21-24. We had a chance at 21-21 with 5 minutes to go. We got a first down, and we're down on about their 30 or 35, and they stopped us, and they had a nice drive and kicked a field goal on the last play of the game to get the victory. So unfortunate that we lost. We come away with a loss there, but our kids played hard. We made some good adjustments. We had some good drives. They had some big plays. We had some big plays. So, like I said, lots of good drives, lots of good clean, physical, hard-nosed football game that unfortunately, with 2 seconds to go, it's tied, and with 0 seconds to go, they win the game. So that was frustrating, because we could have gotten a share of the league title with that win if we win this week against Parkway. So 21-24, great game if you were just a casual fan or a fan of each team, and you look back and as a coach you always second guess yourself. We should have done this. Why didn't we do this? Why didn't I call this? But you got to get over it. Our JVs came back and won the next day, 19 to 12, I believe. So that got that bad taste out of our mouth, and got a good win. Got a good win Saturday morning to pick us back up. This Friday, our last home regular season game, in game number 10, we play Parkway. Parkway comes in, I believe, at 1-8. They're a really young team. I think they have 9 total seniors and juniors, and I think one of those is hurt. So extremely young. They do have some good skill guys. Their quarterback and running back are good players. That one running back also plays linebacker. So they have some good skill guys, and we are getting pretty healthy from a lot of those injuries we had early. We still have some young guys that had season-ending injuries, but for the most part, other than Jack Broering, our old guys are pretty healthy, and hopefully we can keep them fresh, keep them healthy, go into this game and play a good clean game, and hopefully get a win with that. If we do win, we feel like we're going to be in the top 4 of the region, which would lend so at least one home game, and possibly, if we win the first one, we would get a second home game as we move into the playoffs. So that would be the plan: get a win, get hopefully 2 home games, which with this Parkway game would be three games in a row at home, and then you move on and hopefully go into the regional semis and the regional finals, and hopefully on to the state championship. So hopefully we're looking for a 7-0 finish to our season, and that's the goal. Our kids have bounced back pretty well, I think, after the Marion game, and as have the coaches. So we're still feel good about what's going on, and so hopefully we'll move forward, get better this week, and roll into the playoffs. So Friday night versus Parkway at home.